What's up everyone, welcome back to our playthrough as the Crusader state in the stainless steel mod for Medieval Total War 2. Now, our empire is in a very interesting position right now. In the south, we're doing very well. We got lots of troops, we're building up some very strong forces that should be able to really win us quite a few battles. So, we're just building up some strongish armies that I'm hoping I'll be able to send north to begin engaging with a lot of the Turkish armies that are around my borders. We've got some Odessa guards, we've got all the good things in this army we're building. In the north, things aren't looking so good. Odessa's about to fall. Aleppo and Adana are under siege. We've got our stronghold in Antioch, but it is a very, very precarious position right now. So it'll be interesting to see how things go if we survive. We now do have a small-ish functioning navy with a gun hulk in it, which is going to enable us to hopefully deal a lot of damage to enemy fleets which have been ravaging our coasts recently. The Crown of Castile hate us, and let's go check out what's going on over in Sicily. I'm just curious, honestly. Not much really, but yeah, that's a quick overview of our empire. We're probably going to have to fight battles either in Aleppo or Adana, so let us then turn. Let's do it. So Aleppo, not in the best position. Its public order has gone down. The Republic of Genoa got one very scary fleet over there. I have no clue why they've decided they want to attack me. I've no business in what they're doing. So there's no good reason for them to be doing what they're doing, and Adana is going to be under attack. So let's get ready to fight this battle. We are going to be defending our castle of Adana from an army of the Seljuk Turks. This is their army, mostly missile units. They have a few units of spear militia, Saracen militia, etc. They've got a lot of siege equipment. Let's get into it. Let's turn it up a bit, and let's get ready to fight this battle. So we're going to have to set up our forces. We do have quite a large army, but it looks like it's a very foggy, misty day. You can barely see. That's our gateway, it looks like. And I need to find our square over here. Now, since it is a castle, I'm not going to do the strategy I sometimes like to do, of just shoving everything in the town square, because this time we can shove everything on the walls. We have enough men to do that, so I'll get whatever we can. These guys are going to be sitting on the walls, manning these towers here, pouring some burning oil on the enemy. We're going to get our infantry and begin to place it on the walls. We have defended Adana many times now. This is not our first experience with the Turks trying to attack it. They often try and take this city. It's one of the first cities I actually took from the Turks, and so they've been trying to get it back ever since. But honestly, they have not had the best luck doing that so far, and I don't expect it will get any better. Now, we've got a lot of, I believe this is Turkish javelin men. Those guys are going to need to man the walls over here. They're decent multi-role units in my opinion. We can use them as, melee infantry and as some pretty effective skirmishers. I'm trying to get all my archers and everything positioned to be on the walls. And now I'm just trying to see what else we got. We've got our general, and over here we've also got a few mounted sergeants. These guys can just sit in the square. And these archers over here, can sit in the fog on the tower tops. Now already our crossbowmen are able to, some of them at least, fire a few shots. It says they can, but I don't see them doing it. Enemy siege towers trundling towards the walls. I'm going to be very interested to see how this goes here. These crossbowmen, the Templar sergeants, they're all ready and waiting. And I'm hoping we can get a few javelins off at the enemy. Bring these guys here. So let's see if they actually do that.
The enemy have ladders at the walls.
Okay.
Repel the attackers.
We're not actually setting anything on fire at the moment, which is a shame. A few javelins into those Turkish archers, dealing a bit of damage. And a few of them have hit their mark. There's a few bodies over there, but these guys, they're starting to storm the walls in all directions actually. So it's mostly archers, like I said, which means they will not be the most effective in dealing with infantry units. Our Turkish javelin there, as you can see, switching to swords, and those Turkish archers already wavering. I don't think they're going to do too well.
Our cunning foe has reached our walls with their siege tower. We must repel the invaders.
Yeah, these guys are going to be a bit of a threat, these siege towers. They're not very easy to deal with. Are we dealing with these guys at all? Those guys being crushed. So I believe are these guys. Yeah, they're wavering. We're going to be able to move our units round here. Oh my goodness, I need some guys on the gates. I completely forgot to put people on the gates. How could I forget that? Like, the most important part of this siege defense. Right, guys. Go, go, go. Everything needs to get to the gates quickly. Because if that falls, they're just going to rush our town square. Go, go, go. We're getting everything we can to begin rushing off the walls. These Turkish javelin men, they can go. As you can see now, all our men panicking, suddenly realising there's a massive hole in our defences. So they're all running. These crossbow militia, redeploy. I want these ones to redeploy. And these guys, most of them are trying to get into position over here. But some of them have decided to deploy very poorly. I'm not sure what's going on here with my units. They are not doing something very smart. It's making me very annoyed what they're doing here. Yep, pull back. Get away from those walls, guys. All our men are eager. How are we faring on the walls over here? Very good. We're doing fine. These Turkish archers, not doing well. We've killed 22% of all enemy forces. That is good. That is good.
The enemy's farm has broken through our gates.
And for some reason, pause. I don't know what's going on with my men over by the gates. They appear to be trying to walk out of the city, I think, which is very annoying. So I'm just trying to get them to reposition, honestly. If they do run, they should be able to make it. We do have our burning oil, which is going to be invaluable. The enemy try and get through, we just drop a bunch of extremely flaming oil onto them. It crushes their morale. And it causes a lot of damage. It's horrible to watch. They just get absolutely slaughtered. How are we doing over here? It looks like we had routed some, but now they're trying to get back up. We're really having to try and defend everything here. They're pushing back up to all the ladders. That is an issue. Lots of them trying to get through the gates. We're in a nasty situation right now. Having to fight on all sides. and not really able to win on any of them. So my general needs to advance. These spear militia, they need to pull back up to the walls, unfortunately. I hope the burning oil's doing something against the enemy. They're Ottoman infantry, but I don't think it's going to be enough. It's very tough. They are getting some people routing, which is good. It looks like everything's gone from there. Turkish javelin men, get over here.
Our men have slain the Saracen general. Now we must send his men running back to the desert.
That is very good. We've routed most of the forces in the gateway now. They're wavering, their general's dead. We just turned the tide of the battle there. These spear militia, they need to be fighting these Saracen counterparts there. These archers managing to slash and stab at the enemy troops.
Badly blooded. They have lost half their men.
But I think we're doing pretty good here. These guys, if they get a bit more oil doused upon them like that, they should rout. So we need everything to charge. Everyone needs to get down from the walls.
Goes our way. Let's pray it remains as such.
Get all the men. Come on, go get down from the walls. Go fight everything. We're definitely not won yet. Mostly because my men appear to be being a bit incompetent. But if we rush out of the gateway like this, and we charge into the backs of the men who are trying to get onto the ladders, we should be good. So we just need everyone to be running, charging out, spurring their horses on. A lot of these guys are shaken or wavering, and we should be able to rout these guys here. At least I hope. Okay, it wasn't an instant rout, which means they're probably not going to rout too quickly. But they are in disarray here, as our men are kind of climbing down. The enemy are kind of panicking here, I think. They do not know what to do. And if we can just rout these guys like so, I don't know what's left of the enemy forces. I'm trying to find it all
The battle is
in
very
this
much in our
dense
favor.
fog.
If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
Well, I think I've found it. It's all out here. But it's all being slaughtered. I've got to make sure none of it's still trying to scale my walls. But it doesn't look like it is. I think the enemy are very much defeated here.
Flees the battle.
Perfect.
Run down those worthless peasants.
Let's take some prisoners. Very good victory there. They nearly had us. They were pressing us from all sides there, but we managed to redistribute our forces to the correct locations, and so we were able to win. Perfect. Let's keep going. Run down every single one, especially these guys over here. This is going to boost our prisoner counter up to around 570. Very happy with that.
Our foe is utterly
Look
vanquished.
at that screen
Let all
there.
glorify this day.
Heroic
Remember
victory.
it as a day of victory in all its glory.
We did very well there. We killed 1,473 men. We only lost 236. That is an incredible statistic, honestly. But of course it's a siege defence. What more do you expect? Execute the prisoners. Adana is saved. Now these Turkish armies continuing to march through my lands like they own the place. It's very annoying. Aleppo looks like it's in trouble, honestly. I'm going to need to send my new very strong army. I want it to try and bring up forces to attack these guys over here that are currently moving. Because it looks like Damascus is going to be absolutely smacked. Al-Aqaba, we've got good troops defending that. We should be fine there. I mean, not good troops, but we've got lots of troops. I'm not too concerned about that.
Us. We're besieged.
The Fatimid Caliphate, they're sending a little priesty guy. And it looks like we're good. Very nice turn. not many bad things happened at all. So, that is very nice indeed. The Crown of Aragon, Kingdom of Norway, all the factions we really don't care a bit about. I just want to get back to my turn so I can sink that Genoese fleet and desperately try and defend my northern border from the Turkish incursions. And here we go. We are obscenely rich right now. Let's see, yep. Settlement under siege. We built a shipwright. And we trained some good men in Crete. So let's begin to move this army around. I think I might just send it to attack these guys here. I want to test out the Odessan Guard. I believe it's a very good unit. Oh no, we couldn't quite reach them. Well, it will be fine. That's a very strong army. That should be able to win there. And this is where I'm worried about. This region over here. Damascus needs to get just as many men in it as possible to defend. Oh, because it looks like it's under a lot of threats right now. I'm very concerned about Aleppo as well.
If Allah is willing, an order, mon roi.
And I'm going to need to send some men from the Antioch garrison to go deal with this. So he's going to go out, get himself some Quasimian mercenaries, and he's going to attack. Join up the fleet, and we're attacking the Genoese. 7 ships sunk. That's a stunning victory there. Retrain all our ships. Actually, no, I want to move it here, because Alexandria can retrain my gun hulk, I believe, and we can get another one. Perfect. A fine officer this man is here. He's becoming a very good little captain of that ship.
Master.
Gonna keep exploring. Honestly, I don't think there's anything here. We're blockading a port. I mean, Odessa surely is going to fall. I've been taxing it as much as possible because for some reason it's not rebelling, so I'm just squeezing a whole bunch of money out of it while it's under siege. Because I know I'm going to lose it eventually, right? So, why not get some money out of it, eh? We do have a little boat over here.
Ready to say.
What should I do with him? We'll go blockade those random Venetian docks, so...
We will not surrender these. I think you have.
And there's a lot of boats over there. I think it's fine. Okay, the Pope is not a big fan of me for some reason. I honestly don't know what he's done. It's probably because we're on hard mode and it's stainless steel, so everything's a bit harder. Oh, I was trying to call a Crusader on Paris there. Just anywhere I can call a Crusade on Vilnius? No. Okay, we're going to probably end another turn, fight a battle, and that should be it for this episode. It's going to be a short one, but I feel like it's had a lot of stuff in it already. I'm very worried about what is about to happen. Sicilian fleets. Genoa, Scotland, the Cuman Khanate. No one's attacked me yet. Byzantine Empire, aka the Eastern Roman Empire. They're a shadow of their former self, honestly. They're pathetic at the moment. The Moorish Caliphates, sending their little fleets. And this is what I was worried about. Odessa is being attacked.
Prepare for battle! Montjoie, Saint-Denis!
So, let's get into this battle. We are about to try to defend our city of Odessa from a large army of Seljuk Turks. Now, their army is mostly consisting of not the best units, honestly. All they've really got is archers and some Turkish javelin men. Now, it doesn't look like we're going to be able to deploy at the start of the battle.
Call everyone to arms!
That is because they had a spy inside who opened the gates to our enemies. Let's get the volume nice and high. Everything turned up to the max. We've got some nice thick walls here today. So let's see what we can do. We're going to get all our spearmen that we've got. We've got a few units of these guys. They're going to be grouped together. These levy archers, they need to go onto the walls. The Turkish javelin men need to do the same. These spear militia can go here. Those Turkish javelin men can stay in place. Crossbow militia, all of that looks good. What's this over here? Armenians of Cilicia. Those are some very, very good archers. I want them to be doing something useful, so I'm going to move them. Archers, all our missile cavalry, that can move around here. That looks pretty good. What is in our town square? I think it's just a bit of cavalry, really. Yep. So let's send everything to start defending our gates of the city. And now, honestly, I think we're looking pretty good. I want to make sure all my spearmen and everything are a nice, dense formation, because the enemy are going to try to get through the gates. We are starting to shoot at them, which is good. I want our Turkish javelin men over here to shoot at their Turkish javelin men. That'd be pretty useful. Because they are charging our gates to get the volume high as possible. Now the gates are going to hopefully, I think, open for the enemy, which is unfortunate. But it does allow us to get a lot of burning oil in on the enemy there. We're trying to desperately hold the gates here because they've basically just charged everything in at once. I don't know if I need to bring in the spear militia from up here. They need to get down here. We're not in a good position. We are shooting at the enemy troops as they advance. What is the position in the gateway? I mean, we have absolutely slaughtered them all trying to get in here. Oh my goodness, they're all wavering, they're running, even Sisyphe lancers. So this battle might actually be over quite quickly. A few javelins going in at the troops as they try and get to the walls. We just need to keep holding the gates. Already we have killed 34% of the enemy.
The enemy have the walls. Look to our defense or all will be lost.
I don't know what's going on here. Whatever it is, I'm happy about it. It looks like there's some sort of... What is going on here? They're going down there and they're morphing up into our walls. What? Okay, I'll move the spearmen back up. What is going on? The ladders appear to have a bit of a visual issue, let's say. Not ideal, honestly. Need to get these guys over here. Get them nice and well positioned. What's over here? Oh, where have these guys come from? There appears to be some enemy cavalry just in our city. They probably went round through one of the open gates that the enemy spy managed to get into.
Like the coward he is. Press onward and break the spirit of his army.
Okay, the enemy general's fleeing. That is good. I don't honestly know what they've really got left. These guys over here, I mean, they're not having a good time. They're being shot at, and they're, you know, very close to wavering, actually. So they're about to rout, I'd expect. Our archers on the walls. We're shooting at them there, as you can see, these guys here. And that's routed them. Let's charge out. What else have they got? I think we've just... This has been crazy. They charged the gates, lost practically their entire army,
our cowardly foe runs,
and then couldn't do anything else. They had no infantry. I mean, this has been amazing. We've only lost 11% of our army. That's incredible. Right, make sure we run everything down. A clear victory. We only lost 93 men. That is very, very good. A lovely battle. Quick, very nice. execute the prisoners.
The day is ours, Seigneur.
Okay. At Edessa we took it, then the general died, which has led to it being a very poor position. But it's not doing too badly. Damascus under siege. We do have, I believe, a good garrison there.
We're besieged.
Edessa is going to be besieged again. Aleppo, we're going to need to send in some reinforcements over there, it looks like. If we're able to do that, we've got an army with created near Antioch.
Enemies surround us. We are besieged.
But the one thing we have going for us, in the south, we have an elite army full of heavy cavalry, heavy infantry, including the Edessan Guard. We're gonna test that army out by attacking a small Egyptian army that's besieging one of our castles. And then we're going to send them up north to help deal with all the Fatimid armies. So that should be pretty good. That army down there was the one I was talking about. Now all these factions I don't really care about. I don't really care what they do at the end of their turn. It doesn't really affect me at all. So they can just do their thing, unless it's the Republic of Genoa, Crown of Castile, or the Crown of Aragon. Because those three have decided they want to go randomly try and take my land. Which is really rude, honestly. They just keep blockading my ports. I've not done anything to hurt them. But it is very annoying. I mean, we have way too much money, honestly. We can train some cannons of the Holy Sepulchre and some more Edessan Guard. So I'll do that. A guy in Alexandria was assassinated. That is not ideal. We have trained a lot of good troops. Our navy over by Alexandria is getting very strong. That's going to go try and get these Venetian docks. Do we have any, like, just spare generals lying around with some spare troops? Here we go. Because I want to do something with this guy. You know, he's been sitting around, not doing much, living quite an easy life, I'd imagine. So we're going to get... He's going to get himself a little army, actually. Get a few boats. And he's going to go try and take the Venetian city of Heraklion.
I would if I could, Senor.
It's a lovely little island.
If I could,
and I want to, you know, expand our Mediterranean power. So I'm going to go do that. Yes, that's under siege. That is fine. I'm aware of it.
Ready and able.
Now, let's take a look at this massive army here. Very, very good. And it's so strong, it completely sent that army fleeing back into the desert. Oh yeah, this army is not particularly elite. We're going to slaughter this. Ramon de Luxembourg. He is going to march into the desert to kill this little Egyptian raid. And then he's going to prepare to march up north to bolster our northern borders. Okay. Now before we start, I just want to take a look at the units we've got here today. So I'm just going to set it into a formation quickly, so I can take a look. So first of all, we do have Templar Sergeants. They're our main infantry in our armies, so they're the one thing we can get like a solid amount of. They're not too expensive and they replenish pretty quickly. These guys over here, these are the real deal. These are Edessan Guard. They're massive two-handed axes. We've got 2 units of those here today, ready to cut through enemy spearmen. We do have some of these lovely light men-at-arms, just good little infantry for chopping through other light infantry. These guys, Templar Squires, mace men, that's a bit rude, mate. These guys are very, very good. We've got all these guys, they're pretty solid, as well as those Knights of Jerusalem, and just a few normal spearmen. Now we've also got a few archers, a few other things. These guys are going to bolster our lines. In terms of cavalry, we have some Desert Cavalry, and some St. Lazarus Knights, as well as some Knights of Jerusalem. Desert Cavalry might look terrible, but in my opinion, they are a solid 7 out of 10. Very strong. Now, wouldn't it be nice if the enemy decided to charge my lines? I mean, it is the AI. Of course they would do something silly. I might just hold my position for a bit, honestly. Because like I said, the AI will probably do something a bit silly. You know, try and charge my enemy lines. Which it looks like they're doing. I really do not recommend, in any circumstances, if you're the defender, never ever charge the enemy position, especially with something like this. I'm on top of a hill with elite heavy infantry, the Odessan Guard, and it looks like they're trying to charge me. Already these archers, I hope they're actually going to be firing. Yes, they are. Already, from this position, we're able to shoot at the enemy. These Nubian archers down there, let's give them some javelins. They are not going to get far before they get shot to bits. We're going to send in our heavy cavalry just to mop them up. Hopefully this will draw the enemy armies in. This is the only ranged unit they've got, which is a bit of a shame for them. But if we can get it killed, everything can run over. These guys are chucking their javelins at them, which is not making them too happy. And we're running in, and these guys are pretty shaken up already. The rest of our cavalry's coming down the hill, and we are chopping through these guys. Okay, that is what I wanted to happen. Pull back, cavalry, pull back, pull back. Oh, look at those beautiful spears on the St. Lazarus Knights. What happened, which I really wanted, is now the enemy army looks like it's trying to pursue after me. So obviously that's a very poor decision on their part, because it means they are going to have to fight my extremely well-defended position. These Arab cavalrymen, I mean, they're not going to do too well. They charge in, but we're slaughtering them from behind. The Odessan Guard is doing a very solid job here of just holding the line. These guys are already routing. Bring the heavy cavalry round the sides here. Oh, the Odessan Guard there did take some nasty casualties. They weren't properly braced, unfortunately. Now these Arab infantrymen are trying to get up the hill. I need to move all these guys over to here. Get ready to engage, because they're going to do nothing just sitting over there. These spear militiamen, we need to make sure my cavalry don't get caught up fighting them. And it looks like they're already a bit shaken. We've got javelins going into them. I mean, they're wavering. I'll just charge into them quickly. Rout them. Lovely. And the Odessan Guard, if we can just move this in, we should have the victory. Charge all the Odessan Guard into the flanks of the enemy forces over here, as well as our heavy cavalrymen, who are also going to try charging. Oh, the spear militia over here. Let's see how long it takes for them to rout. I mean, they're already wavering. I'm feeling pretty confident about that. Losing men, that's good. The Odessan Guard needs to keep advancing, as well as these Templar sergeants. They need to fight these spear militia. Everything, we need to make sure we clear these spear militia out of the way. They are being a bit of a nuisance. I probably shouldn't have let my men engage with them for so long. But you know what, it's fine. Move the heavy infantry in to attack the Arab infantry. My general's bodyguard, he's going to charge. Now we've routed those guys, we can get our heavy cavalry. Charge it up this way. And we should have routed all this block.
Saracen general. Now we must send his men running back to the desert.
There we go, these guys are all routing. And that's the battle. Lovely, we're just going to finish everything off, run it all down. I mean, the battle's not technically over, but let's be honest, they have lost. Oh, lots of prisoners today. There we go, we've won the battle.
We must push our advantage.
Now we're just taking as many prisoners as we can. Of course, they're all going to be executed. We do not want the enemy army continuing to rebuild and get ready to attack again. So that's why we're going to take over 900 prisoners. Lovely. Let's see if we can catch up with these guys before they make it to the borders. I mean, we're running as fast as we can. These desert cavalry, are they going to make it? No. That's fine. Clear victory, only lost 178 men. When you're fighting 1,500 and you kill pretty much every single one of them, those numbers are absolutely fine. Execute the prisoners. The army has been killed. Lovely. Enemy camp sacked. And now we march up north. These guys are going to continue advancing. This little army here, which has just, you know, appeared, he is going to get into here. He's going to go over, claim some boats. Our little army over here, next time, is going to fight this army of Saracen militia and catapults. And then it is going to move on to help defend Aleppo. So, thank you for watching this episode of our Crusader States campaign. If you do enjoy, like I said, please do consider subscribing. Leave a comment if you've got something to say. That is what I really would most like to see. I love reading your comments. And if you want to see more content like this, hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for the next episode. We're going to be fighting this Turkish army and continuing to expand our empire.